Dub, dub, dub. All right, well, fuck it. Let's get it going. So, had a traumatic day. A lot of drama going on. Um, go outside, taking the dogs out. Um, I tie them up. I got two big dogs. I tie them up for a little bit so they can stay out there for a little bit, stretch their legs, and go to get their food out of the garage. Garage door's stuck. Can't get it open. Uh, fucking. Apparently, I'm not He-Man or Samson. Whoever that strong person was, I needed him today. Okay, and that ain't me no more. Probably like 22-year-old me would have handled that. Broke that door down. Boom, just punched it. That door would have like been scared and opened by itself, right? I'd have just scared the door. I'd be like, better work. Anyway, so door's stuck, can't get it. Got it open a little bit. Thought I fixed it, so I closed it, got stuck again. Make it make sense, you know? People think garages are valuable, right? My garage door decides when it wants to let me in the fucking garage sometimes, man. Sometimes that shit does not cooperate. One other time I was supposed to be somewhere, running late, or I'm about to be late. You know when you're about to be late, you're like, if I don't leave in the next 2 minutes, I'm done. And I was like that. I was out there, door got stuck again on me. I was late, ended up late. I'm apologizing, like my garage door got stuck. Like, ain't nobody believing that. Who believes garage doors are getting stuck? Like, what kind of garage you got, my dude? You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, we needed you to try to be on time. We need you to take your, we need you to take this serious. And I'm like, fuck. Oh, sorry, bad word. Trying to change my ways. I'm trying not to stop cussing. We'll talk about that later. But remind me. Um, but I'm like, hey, like for real, the garage door got stuck. I just bought this house. It's like 100-year-old house. I don't know when they built the garage, but the door's stuck. Thankfully, I didn't park my vehicle in there, right? Just the dog food. That's the important thing. The dog food's in there. So my dogs are panicking, right? I got this mastiff. She's big. She's 125 pounds probably. She's she's panicking out there. She knows when she goes outside in the morning, I'm a feed her. Give her water, and she's gonna be outside for a while. Well, here I am. She's outside. Gave her water, but there's no food. She don't like that. She's a little upset. My German Shepherd, he don't care. He's cool with it. He has trust. You know, see that's the thing with my Shepherd. He actually has trust in me. He thinks everything gonna be all right. And I don't know who lied to him. Let him think that I'm the one to be trusted. But hey, I try not to let him down. You know, I really do because he's a good dog. He's a good dog. So anyway, can't get the garage door open for real. And like I'm out there trying for like nudging it. I'm trying to push it and kick it a little bit, all sorts of stuff. It ain't moving. So I can't get the dog's food. So, and both my dogs are big. One's like 80 pounds, the other's like 125 pounds. They got to eat. There's no, they can't get to their food. So I gave them cat food today, right? I got a big bag of cat food. I only got one cat. Then I got like a 40-pound bag of cat food for this cat, or a 30-pound bag. She's not going to eat it that fast, right? I mean, she's fat, but she's only putting down like a pound a day. I got like a whole month worth of food for her. So I decided to give my dogs the cat food because they're hungry, they're panicking a little bit. Well, now they fucking love cat food. They won't eat nothing else. I try to give them fucking dog food today and they start meowing. Make it make sense. What? So now the fact that my dogs think they're cats or want to be cats and love cat food now, my cat's pissed. My cat is really pissed about this situation. She does not like this arrangement. She feels like her food is running out too fast now. And like you could tell when a cat's distressed, like they start meowing different. Like normally she's like meow, meow, meow. That's how she talks to me. Now she's like meow, meow. It's like, like when you open a car door, it's like some WD-40. That's how she's meowing at me. Meow. She's not happy about it. She's staring at me weird. You ever, like how cats just look. But she's got facial expressions now. Ever since these dogs start eating her food, she could scowl. That's how she just be scowling at me. And I'm a little bit afraid for my life at this point because of my cat. Because like not only is she scowling, she plotting some shit. Right? And I feel like, if like how they say like someone falls and they died of something, but the cats they've been dead for like a week, but the cats were still alive because the cats started eating them. I feel like my cat's plotting that shit early now, right? Trying to sleep. I feel her licking my nose and stuff. Like, get off me, cat. What you doing? All because I fed the dog some cat food. She's not happy with it. She ain't trying to stay with me no more. I saw her trying to fill out roommate applications online and stuff, trying to find a new home, taking selfies, trying to find somebody to take a cat. It's just like, man, bro. Like cats, they just be wilding. Why? I love her with my whole heart. With my whole heart. But it's like she don't care about that. It's like all that love that we had together, gone. Because I fed the dogs cat food. It don't make sense to me. But that's what's going on. It's just like world's talking about war again. It's just war. We're talking about Russia, Ukraine, Israel, and whoever the freak Israel's trying to fight. And I'm just like, the cost of war is expensive. It's expensive. It's almost like one of them stealth planes. You remember them big, like the black stealth plane that you only see a few of them? They're like supposed to be stealthy and you can't see them, but they're like black, but we can see them. If you look up in the sky, you can see the plane, but it's invisible. That plane. Well, that would cost like $1 billion 20 years ago. So it's like if one plane costs $1 billion, like the best plane, we can't be going to war. How are we going to war? People are hungry. People are hungry. I feel like if we're going to go to war, ain't nobody supposed to be hungry at all in your country. Because then you should go take over somewhere else. Up until everybody in your country got something to eat and like a mansion and like a brand new Ford pickup or something that's paid off, we can't be going to war, my dude. I ain't doing it. My kids ain't fighting. I ain't fighting. None of the Browns will be joining your war until everybody is not hungry anymore. Everybody got some water, some heat. I'm just like, how can we afford to do it? Missiles cost like $20 million for a missile. I'm like, what? Give me $20 million. What the hell? For a missile? I'm worth more than one missile. Shoot. I'll make everybody mad for 20 million. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring peace to the world for 20 million. Oh my gosh, $20 million? 20 million? As soon as somebody tries to say, well, I'd be the best assassin in the world for $20 million. That, you know what, you wouldn't even have to worry about none of these wars. Y'all gave me 20, and that's a lifetime 20 million too, right? That's $20 million for my lifetime. I'm just gonna handle this. Don't even worry about it. Ain't no wars happening. For 20 million. Shh. Or give me one of them planes. Give me $1 billion. Or one of them planes. I mean, I just don't understand what's so stealthy about it if I can look up and see it, right? But apparently the radar can't see it because the radars don't have eyes. I don't know. I'm just, the technology is supposed to be getting better, and I just don't feel like we're strong enough for no war. Have they looked at America lately? Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight in this war? Have you seen the kids nowadays? Now, I'm not talking about the poor kids who ain't got no food. Let's talk about these fat, chubby kids running around with problems. All of them got mind problems. How are these kids gonna fight a war? And for what? And now we're gonna give them more mind problems when they come back? Some of them are already borderline stupid. Let's just, And once you get stupid or half stupid, you're now responsible as society to take care of stupid. So war just doesn't make sense. Let's just take the money, let's ignore the war and feed the stupid. And we did it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just bothering me, y'all. It's just bothering me. I'm like, they're talking about we need to take over Greenland, which is this island off Canada. And our president is saying, Denmark shouldn't have this land. It's closer to America. And they're talking about they want to take it. They're talking about turning Canada into the 51st state. And then I got really confused about that because I was like, okay, wait. I thought they told us like later that Puerto Rico was a state or something, or wasn't that like the 51st state? Or we just not claiming it like as a state, but we own it? I don't know, right? I really forgot my lessons from school. And like, what was the point of all that stuff they taught us in school? Outside of math, I'm not really using none of that. Nothing. So what was the point? I feel like school is just a babysit. They just had us in there babysitting us like a jail. You had one jailer for 30 kids, and they just say they're teaching us something. It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. It's just like, how are we getting better as a country or as a society? Our technology ain't even that good. Our best stealth plane, you can see it from the ground up in the air. That's the best we got. They talking about robots supposed to be coming soon. Tesla's building robots. People burning up all the cars and blowing up the Tesla dealerships and everything. It's it's sad to me. I wanted to buy a Tesla before all this stuff, but not now. They was trying to sell me one recently, and I was like, man, nah. Like they burning them down. Insurance ain't even gonna cover you no more for a Tesla. Insurance just start laughing at you if you get a Tesla. Like you ain't got no. And it's like it was a good idea. And I don't even know if this car company gonna be around in 20 years now, 10 years. Like Elon might have just ran his mouth too much. Every 4 years he does something that makes you think like he's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose his companies. He went on Joe Rogan. He was smoking weed. And like, how you gonna smoke weed and have a high position office now? Like, when was that? When I was able to smoke weed, I couldn't even get a job at Walmart because I smoked weed. But now you can smoke weed on camera and be like in the White House and stuff, running it. It just be changing, man. Times are changing. We got to keep up in society. We got to keep chugging ahead, right? Because let me tell you something. You don't want to be living in the house when your cat hates you. That's what I'm talking about. Because you know what? Who's going to protect me that day? I fall and I can't get up. This cat's decided to take a chunk of my neck. That ain't right. It's just like a couple of weeks ago, my dog got loose, ran away. I mean, it is one of those times like, it's not even my dog. I was just helping it. It came to me, got loose from somewhere, and I can't find its owner. It doesn't have a chip. So like, she got loose and I didn't chase her. I just let her go. So I was like, maybe you'll find your home, right? Maybe you'll go back to your family that's missing you. And so, I kind of relaxed. A couple hours in, I was like, that dog's gone. Nothing I could do about it. Like, she's dumber than a box of rocks. She literally started chasing stuff that didn't exist outside. She was happy. She's gone forever. You ever see the Gone with the Wind? That's what the dog looked like when she was just so happy. She just took off. I was like whistling. She ain't come back. A puppy dog. She ain't come back. Well, this dog gonna have the nerve to wake me up at 4 or 5 in the morning barking on my front porch trying to get in. And I was like, man, that's worse than kids. Kids was trying to sneak back in. She just gonna bark to let me know she ready to come back in. And I'm like, bro, I ain't doing this. I don't want a dog no more. We broke up. She gonna keep barking. Big barks too. 4 or 5 in the morning, was waking everybody up. I was like, man, get your butt in the house. Now she gonna stay outside. I'm like, you was barking to get in, now you don't want to get in? Every day tries to kill my cat. My cute, chubby, fat cat, his life is under threat at all times because my dog. And it's not right. My dog knows I love this cat. But my dog cannot help herself. She wants to eat my cat. With her whole puppy heart. Her whole puppy heart just wants to eat my cat. I don't know what to do, man. I've tried making them friends. I tried bringing them together. I tried bringing like snacks, bring everybody their favorite snacks and putting in front of each other. My dog ignores her snack and goes for the cat every time. And then we'll come back later and eat her snack. Like, she ain't never forgetting the snack. Let me tell you that. My dog ain't forgetting her treats. And and maybe that's what it's like with war and these countries. It's like they just can't help themselves. They already have their snack. Their life is perfect. They didn't need to run away, but they chose to. And then they come back. They try to do something and it didn't work, so they come back barking and making a fuss. Then you try to bring peace and harmony to their lives and try to make them get along with somebody else, and you show them the world of snacks, And here are these countries, and they have their resources, and they have all their snacks, and the rich and the elite are eating great, but they don't want their snack. They see something else over here, and they want that instead. And when that stuff happens, you gotta put them in the basement. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes we gotta put these countries in a basement. And we gotta make this stuff happen, man. But earlier I was talking about these robots. Well, Tesla's got robots coming out apparently this year, I think at the end of this year. They're supposed to have 5,000 robots made. Doesn't sound like a lot, but as their glorious leader Musk pointed out, that's the equivalent of a Roman army or a legion. So now that made me, and I was like, why'd you have to talk about these AI robots in military terms? It's like the very first ones, you're like, oh, they're just like, it's just a Roman legion of robots running around. Anyway, I'm trying to get one. Okay, I want the first batch. I hope they ain't too expensive, but they're gonna do your housework and fold your clothes. And it's basically a girlfriend that don't yell at you. And you can think of it as like she's always on her period. So you just, you don't really, you could fuck, but you don't want, but you don't want to. It's like, it's gross. And that's what it'd be like with your robot. You could do it technically, could rub it somewhere, and women too, they find a spot, you just rub it. It's like instead of a grizzly in your back, it's just your vagina, just rub it up against it, it's just, that's how women like literally. You ever see not to, a woman rub it is like a grizzly. Like that. That's how women rub their vaginas. They are not soft. They're not gentle with their vaginas. Some of them, it's like a NASCAR pit stop. They just oil and tire, smell like tires, burnt tires down there and stuff. Oh, that was probably anal. Sorry. I just confused for a moment. Getting my thoughts together. As none of you are well aware, I am now a seasoned performer. I had auditions this week. Multiple auditions. I had to try out for a theater play, a paying theater play, so I really tried hard. I had to memorize some shit, some stuff, excuse me my language. And took quite a bit of effort to memorize, but I was like, wow, at the end of this, there is like $75 for a show. That's like 10 hours. So it's like really not, but you know what? It's still money. We're going to roll with it. I had these 2 auditions, and they said, hey, we want you to, first when I walk in the room, there's 2 people, and they're like, we want you to read these lines. And I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, we want you to do a sweet accent. I'm like, sweet? What's a sweet? What's a sweet? And I don't even remember how they did it. And I was like, oh, okay. I think it's like German. And anytime I ever think of like Germany, or like if I gotta speak German, I think of Hitler like trying to tell his dog to go to the bathroom. Like, Hans, go poop. Hans, go poop. Hurry up. I can't do it now. Fuck. Fluck. Is it? Get a poop. Go poop, Hans. It's cold. Heiß. Something like that. Anyway, I had to do the whole thing, and then I did it, and I did a better accent. I don't know why I can't do it now. I can't totally bomb it on that, but I did decent. Then they're like, hey, do a British accent. And they're like, cheerio. And I'm like, well, I can say cheerio, but I can't say nothing else. And then I ended up doing the German accent again for the British. I was still supposed to do the British, but I couldn't do it. So I just turned German again. And they gave me a shot. They were like, that's good enough for us. So yeah, due to my acting, I might have a job. Yeah. Pretty interesting. It's like a full circle moment. If you can get paid for something that you are not qualified for, right? You're like, wow, what just happened? How do they, but when you have those kind of situations, you got to try harder, right? And so I knew I should not get it, but I had this second audition because I did not feel like I did great with the access the first time. And I memorized, man, I was memorizing so hard. My brain hurt. I couldn't, you're just memorizing lines and lines and lines. And I'm like, man, I'm too old for this. Who's memorizing lines these days? Who wants to do that? And I was like, well, I guess I want to do it because here I am. And it took me like 4 or 5 hours of really repeating this page over and over and over again. But somehow I did it with like 3 mistakes. Yeah. It's like life or death, it's like, the world would have failed. But for the sake of this performance, again, this job, hey, I'm good enough. And sometimes you got to accept when you're good enough and when you're not. And I just don't learn these things. I don't learn these lessons well. I just keep going. Have a different audition Saturday. I'm going for that. My luck's good lately. I just got an audition I'm not qualified for. What's my chances? I got another good chance. But this one's different. It's unscripted, completely different animal. Still going to go for it. Still going to go for it. Because you know what? I ain't got nothing to do Saturday morning. Literally take my dogs outside and that's it. So might as well do something else, right? Have some fun. It's supposed to be spring. I went outside just a little bit ago. It was like frost on the ground. I was like, heck no. What is this? What is this frost stuff? This ain't Santa season. My dog's gonna sit down. I'm like, you ain't sit on the frost. We need to go back inside. We ain't got time for you to just be out here sniffing the air. It's cold. So that's what dogs be disrespectful sometimes. They just act like they got all the time in the world outside when you walk at them. They don't hurry at all. They don't try. They'll pee fast. But pooping, you can't tell if they got to poop or not sometimes. Why hasn't anybody taught dogs English? We just teach them one word, poop. You poop or no? And that's what I think I always had practiced that Hitler. I was like, that Hitler joke, because I'm like, well, it poop. I knew you poop. He could have taught them something. He could have been such a better leader. Try to kill people, taught dogs a word. He could have been a legend up in heaven, having parties and stuff. People would have been coming up to him in heaven and be like, oh, Hitler, man, you changed the world, my dog. Once I taught him poop, my life changed. But nah, he had to do dumb stuff. He had to be tripping. You know what I mean? It's just, You know, it's kind of like if you take a person and you take their blow up dolls away from them, they get a little upset. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start tripping within 1 to 4 days. You know, you can't go from having a garbage bag full of sex toys to living a straight life. That's too much. That's like being a real like a meth addict and then just or heroin addict and you just quit the next day. You can't have a garbage bag full of sex toys that you're scared to throw in the dumpsters because it's so nasty. Because you don't want nobody to see you throw it away. Look, I'm gonna say, I've seen one of my friends. They had this. They had a doll. They were like, "Oh, I got this doll, a doll," and I look at it, and it's like this big. So it wasn't even a full size, but it was made of like silicone. It was like or like a rubber. It was like rubber. It was like a rubber blow up doll. And I was like, how do you even get off to this? What are you doing in your room? What are you doing when grandma's not home? What is happening? Why does it smell like plastic in here? Someone tell me the truth. You have to listen. At that point, y'all go together. You and that silicone fucking that silicone head with no head. It ain't even got a head. You got a body with no head. So what's that say? First of all, you on some Dahmer stuff. You ain't got legs on it or nothing. You just using it as a piece of meat. That's what you're doing to the silicone. Mm-mm. They gonna act like I got the problem. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not the one with the garbage bag full of sex toys. And you got two of these silicone things. Because first you had one, and then you had one that was this big, and this was it was like this big. So the body was like this big. It's not even that big. And then you had the other one, it was like a real mini. And I was like, wow, you got a thing for short people without legs and heads and arms. And so all I would say is just check in with your friends. Don't let them just go behind closed doors all the time. Sometimes you need to walk in that room, smell it. If it starts smelling like plastic, look for the garbage bag in the closet. Look for it. Could be all sorts of toys up in there. Yes, it is okay to not be okay. Okay, you know what? And that's the point. This is the thing. I feel like everybody should have crazy friends in their life. You need to have crazy people like schizophrenia, bipolar, maybe some suicidal, definitely some severe depression. Those are some people you need to have in your life because first of all, it makes life a little bit more interesting, right? Just wake up and get to your phone's ringing and you're getting cussed out from across the country by your friend. Well, that's what it is. Today I'm a cunt. I understand. I believe in it. But still friendship. Because, who is going to be ready to wait? Okay, think of it like this. When the zombies come, do you want a normal person, or you want that crazy person on your side? Give me the silicone friend. That's what I'm saying. First of all, she got 2 girlfriends in that garbage bag at the minimum and all sorts of toys. She gonna live. That garbage bag has now became a weapon of mass destruction during this zombie apocalypse. She gonna be whipping around, boom, boom. Them zombies, their heads just gonna come off. Silicone gonna be flying. And guess what? I'm gonna still be alive. It's possible, people. It's possible. Get you someone crazy in your life. Keep them there. Don't let them fail. Don't let your crazy friends fail. Help them reach their dreams. Get them to the top. Get them there. Shoot. You never know what could happen. You never know. Now they the silicone sex capital CEO of the world. Boom. Okay. I'd be like, I bet your room still smell like plastic though. You know what I'm saying? Yes, get you some depressed friends. Please get you some depressed friends. First of all, because you know what? They always sad about something. Something always wrong. And it makes your life feel better. You'll be like, oh, yeah. That does suck. You'd be like, well, my life's pretty good. And that's the thing. It's like a yin and a yang. If somebody's having something bad going on to them, you can encourage them, but at the same time, you can look at yourself and be like, man, I'm doing all right. Get you the crazy friend that hears people, that talks to themselves, that does crazy stuff. Because guess what? That's premium entertainment. That's HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Prime, everything all at once together. You get you a schizo friend, as long as they're not near any weapons, you're going to have you a good time. Oh my gosh, they doing all sorts of stuff. Have you ever until you go on with a schizo to go stalk their boyfriend? Oh, you ain't even lived life. Literally drives by her boyfriend's work like 6 times a night. She'll randomly go and throw stuff on his car. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. She's like, I gotta go. I gotta do it. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing tonight. I want to see this. Pick me up. I just want to ride along. Right? I'm not part of this. I am just a passenger. Literally, I need to pop some popcorn before I get in the car with you. Right? Because you never know what you're gonna get. Never know what you're gonna get. But you know what? That schizo friend, anytime she walked in the bar, it was free drinks because they all knew her because that's how crazy she was. So it's like there's pluses and there's positives and negatives to everything in life. We can't all be perfect. You try your best. You keep going. That's like why I'm trying. I got this audition Saturday. I don't have a chance. These guys are professionals. They are very much better than me. But guess what? I really don't give a fluck. I don't give 2 flucks at all. I ain't got nothing to do Saturday morning. When you have nothing to do, you might as well go try, right? What else? What better than sleeping? So yeah, the other day I was downtown and a couple weeks ago, and I saw this huge Scientology building, and I was like, wow, I really want to go in there. So I literally have a goal of I want to go into the Scientology building and see if they'll, because I'm not religious anymore or anything. So can they convince me to become a Scientologist? This could happen to me. It's a big building too. I'm like, and it says Scientology on it. So, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like you want me to come. If it's like a McDonald's, this is huge. You got like the big signage on top. You want people, and it's a big building. I'm talking about it's like 20 plus stories or something, maybe. So, yeah, I gotta try. I mean, it's just a they say curiosity killed the cat, but us Browns are still alive. We're still alive. So, I mean, could they kidnap me in there or do stuff to me? I don't know. According to South Park, they might put a butt plug somewhere, and I feel like South Park said that about the aliens and the Scientologists. So South Park's pretty accurate with their predictions, and I must say. So, but yeah, I'm serious. I do want to go in there. I don't care if I don't think they have a chance of converting me, but I just want to see what happens. So there can be like security in the lobby. If I have to answer like Scientology questions, do I need to be prepared? But I'm an improviser, so I feel like I can make it work. I can kind of play off the situation. They'd be like, "Hey, Scientology," I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here to see Brad. Brad told me to come here. I'm supposed to get some coffee in the lobby. Go upstairs and do the tology stuff. But if I get in that lobby and the receptionist is hot, they might have me hooked. You don't know. I mean, it makes sense to me. I'm like, if they got the money, they need to be recruiting. I mean, maybe that's what that sign is. Maybe whatever. I just don't know if they want black people. I haven't seen any pictures. I'm sure there's some, hopefully, but when you look at GTA dealt with Scientology. Something happened. They tried to do something to me as GTA. GTA is also very tells the truth about stuff. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if I get in there, I want to know is it really like is it gonna cost? Because first of all, if there's a cover charge to walk in, I ain't paying. I ain't coming. Scientology lost me there because you ain't getting money up front if I don't know what it is, right? Like if they're like, oh, you come in and they give me like the tour and they're like, oh, for $20 more, we're gonna dip you in Scientology, we're gonna baptize you and da 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 da. Yeah, ladies free after 11 in the building. You know what I'm saying? It might be a club, 20 floors. See, it's kind of, club with like that 90s club music. So it's a lot of bass, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd be down. Right. And don't let the receptionist have a fat booty either. You know what I mean? Like it probably say Tology on her butt. Like, you know what I'm saying? She like wearing them sweats, them like, where it used to have the words on it. And it's just say Tology. I feel like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But seriously, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna ask, do they have their token black person yet? Because I feel like You still need it, even though this DEI or DIE or whatever it is happening and it's going away. Probably you still need to have a token black person. You cannot just get rid of that, people, right? America just thinks, oh, we got to get rid. We can fire all the black people. No, 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 no. Okay, first of all, the token black person has been around since the beginning of time in America. There's always been a token black person living with the natives, living with the Aztecs, surviving the swamps of Florida and Louisiana. We have been around. Might only been one, but there was one. You cannot get rid of your token black person at the job because, first of all, who's going to keep you in the culture? Keep you informed of what's happening? Who's going to interpret the rap lyrics for you? Because that's what you use us for at the jobs, first of all, to tell you what this means, what this tastes like, where's a good spot to go and not get shot at. That's really why y'all give us the job. And to try to influence our vote. You ever get a job and like your white boss try to tell you who to vote for? They be trying to tell me all the time. Remember when Obama, they was trying to tell me to vote for Mitt Romney. Like, I got a chance to vote for a black president who's actually mixed just like me, and you think I'm gonna vote for Mitt Romney's? Nah. They had the nerve to tell me. They real quick to tell you who to vote for. Man, just feel like they own you. It's kind of like plantation stuff, actually. They're like, ooh, that's my nigga. No, I have my own vote, Mr. Manager. You cannot have my vote. I don't know what. Just because you gave me a job and you let me come late all the time does not mean you get my vote. No, especially not for the first black president. Now, if it was like the second or fourth, like the fourth one, yeah, we can negotiate my vote, but not the first. Shit. You know, I don't know. It's just it's just like the world's changing. The world's changing. Like, I'm tired of hearing women say, "Oh, I'm a passenger princess," and all that really means is you don't fucking drive. Like, and I don't understand what's going on these days. How people have survived in this world and became adults and did not drive or want to drive ever. The second me and my friends had our license, we were gone. Man, me and my friend be an hour down the road in like a 1970 something Datsun. It's smoky. Also we had car breakdown all the time. We still be gone. We didn't even worry about car problems. We gone. We're like, there's chicks 30 miles away. Gone, gone, gone. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how people just, they ain't never want to go drive and meet somebody or something? I don't know. Maybe it was just we were horny. We were just like, horniness made us want to drive. It motivated me. It's just confusing because it's a lot more common these days. Now I can understand not driving because you can't afford a car. That's a completely different thing. Cars are expensive now. Insurance expensive. Maintaining a car is expensive. If you have good public transportation in your city, I mean, okay. But just not driving because you don't want to drive. and then you don't want to like learn to ride a horse or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, do something. Get you a moped. Like you know what I'm saying? I would be like trying to drive or be anything. It'd be a moped, a ox. I almost rode my dog the other day to the store. I was like, bitch, you know, she had all this energy. I was like, get ready and give me a saddle. She big, man. She can't quite hold me, but she could probably hold my daughter for sure. For sure. I don't know. It's just you know, it's just different. It's just different these days. Everybody's doing their own thing, and there's no right or wrong. There's no like guidebook for everything. You know, it's not anymore. It's not, and everything's different. Could be you. It could be your turn to throw something out at me, girl. Dang, I'm just sitting here. You're supposed to keep throwing stuff too. Thought you had a topic. I was talking to my daughter today, and she's going to the aquarium, and she literally got the nerve to tell me she gonna steal the penguins. She's like, I'm gonna find all the baby penguins and I'm gonna take them and run. Oh, so you know, I'm gaining weight and stuff, and it doesn't bother me as much because when I was younger, I was skinny. But like some people, they don't get it, right? Like, so like I'll keep the more I gain, you know, the bigger clothes I wear, you know, I'll get a bigger size shirt or whatever. But some people they don't. Some people just will keep the size the same. And like you can't do that with fishnets, right? Like women, please, please, for the love of God, if you got fat ass legs, don't be putting on no fishnets. No tight fishnets. Cause first of all, it makes me sick. Like it makes me like you ever like go to the deli and they have like that salami in like it's like a miniature fish net. Sometimes salami squeezing out and stuff. And that's what it be looking like. Like your body's trying to breathe in those fish nets. Go catch some fish with it. Go take those fish nets and go catch some fish because oh my God. Like literally, you can't if you got fat coming through it like that, nah, that's not the outfit for you anymore. Not fish nets. I'm just saying, if you that big and you wearing fish nets, you're probably the fish. So just saying, you look like one of the big ass tunas that they caught out the damn out the sea. Okay, that's what you're looking like. The big tunas, you know, the ones that's like they got to get the hook. So I'm just saying, like, if you're accidentally get hooked in the mouth by me, I just thought it was a tuna in the ocean that got loose. You know what I'm saying? Ain't my fault. Don't take it personal. right? I saw fish nets and I literally was like, oh, it's a loose tuna. Get the hook. Tuna with some roast beef. Seriously. I don't even want to know what that vagina smell like either. If your skin's struggling to breathe out, like to, you know, breathe through that to the air, because the air can't get to your skin. When the fishnet's on you so tight like that, air can't get to your skin. It's a scientific fact. It's in the medical journals and stuff. So what's that vagina smell like? You know it smells sweaty because your skin's already overworked. And sweaty vagina, you know, sometimes you're in that situation and you got to work with that. But in this type of situation, it's probably going to be a uh, real smell. And ladies, y'all might not understand this because you're not tasting your own vaginas and stuff. But when it has a real smell like that, then chances are that smell is going to make it have a tang. So yeah, it's just something to think about, something to worry about. You know, like what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Like, I tell you what, if that girl come around and fish nets around my cat, because my cat's been mad, then she might eat her. My cat might take a bite, think it's some tuna. Give you something else, girl. Crime's been getting crime's been calm lately, actually. Some dude just got arrested though for killing his dad by beating him up. Kept punching his dad. I was like, damn. You already had him down. You just had to keep punching him. No, I was just like, man, I'm glad me and my son are cool. Cause I feel like even if he was punching me, he would stop before he killed me. You know. And I don't even see him doing that, but I feel like he would stop. You know. Sometimes you gotta get your parent. Like to this day, my dad don't even like to admit it, but I body slammed him. He was thinking he was all strong and stuff. So it wasn't like I hurt him. We wrestled. But I took him down. He never messed with me after that. And I feel like my son's living for that moment. Like he heard that story when he was young. And he ever since then, he's like, that's gonna be us. No, that's not your legacy. That was mine. That was written in stone. Yours is you're gonna end up in the basement. You keep threatening me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna threaten me. Talking about you gonna beat me, beat who up? Your father? He must not know. You know what I'm saying? He must not know. He know the happy dad. He ain't never seen daddy show out. You know what I'm saying? Gonna beat me up. It made me laugh every time he said it too, though, because I'm like, he really think he gonna beat me up. I will, like, he don't know I'm gonna punch him in his throat. That's the first move. He ain't even gonna be ready for that. Kick him in his nuts. He ain't gonna be ready for that. Fight's gonna be over. Fight's gonna be over. And guess what? My cat might eat his face because she's hungry. Because the dogs have been eating her food. She's just mad about it. It still makes me mad that she's mad. Oh man, yes. They put in the I'm hearing they put in the fenny in the weed. In the street weed. They getting people hooked on the street weed. And I'm like, bro, what? What? What kind of drug dealers are around these days? Trying to poison people? Man, the drug dealers in the early 2000s were very nice people. Let me tell you something. They'd come in you come in the house. Their girlfriend will offer you a plate of food. It was kind of like part of the drug deal, right? You take you and the family Christmas card and stuff. Like, now they trying to kill you with the Fenny? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like, what was that, man? What was that? Why are they doing that? They could be putting sprinkling some vagina juice on the weed and blessing the world. But they want to put the Fenny on it. I wish the plug would, man. What? But serious, like, that's why I don't do any street drugs these days. I don't trust anything. I don't touch anything. I mean, back then they were even mixing poison in the drugs, you know, and people were dying when I was growing up. So I can't trust it. If it don't come from big pharma or a dispensary, you know, I can't put it in my body. You know, or a liquor store. Can't forget them. And you know, I hope that the kids these days, I hope they learn. I hope they learn, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth your life, man. Taking something, you know, ruin your life, you could die for a drug. Not me, player. But look, you know, yeah, like I'd be the one that's trying to put the vagina juice on the weed. That's the kind of weed that needs to be in the world. It needs to be explored. Put the breast milk on the weed. Let's make stronger bones. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to put the Fenny in it. Mm-mm-mm. You know, all I know is can't trust them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why I call him a drug dealer, but it ain't worth dying. You know what I mean? It ain't worth dying. Like when you were younger, you thought, remember, like you get broke up with, you're like, I just want to die. You're just all sad and emotional and everything like that. You don't understand. This life is worth living. There's lots of vaginas out there. Don't cry over this one. Girl, there is so much dick that wants you. You can have a bukkake on your face every day. Smile and think about the bukkake. Right? Start something impactful. Why don't you create the first pet suicide hotline for the pets who get mad about shit like not having the cat food or not having the dog food? They got someone to call. Do something important, impactful. Let's stop wars. Right? Let's stop wars and make babies. Ain't that what we're supposed to be doing as a species? Anyway, I'm out. Hopefully, we can do this tomorrow. Yes, get yourself a sex doll, a silicone rubber one without the arms and legs. And apparently, if once you close the door and y'all are alone, hey, this is to make the magic time. But it will smell like plastic. So you're going to need to get you an air freshener because everybody going to know what the fuck's going on in there, all right? I'm about to call you, so pick up.